Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Monday night live stream. Every week here on Monday, we are discussing immigration news, immigration updates, things you need to know, and we're back today as well. It's been definitely a crazy week. Everything is happening in Chicago. Um, you can see that more and more places are being defined against ICE. But the recent operation, Twin Shield, that USCIS is launching in different cities is definitely a concern for us because, um, you know, getting more people investigated at interviews, people are being questioned about their cases. It's getting really, really hard. So we'll talk about it today, what it means for you, how it's going to impact your cases moving forward. Um, and all the recent updates I can share with you. So join me right now and bring your questions. But these incidents are what we see. They started in, I think it was in Minnesota. They had the first operation where they're questioning more people. They are detaining people in interviews. They're asking people to provide more documents than usual, home visits. Those are the things we see. So let's discuss it. Let's see what impact it's going to have on your cases. This is going to be impacting people applying for citizenship, people applying for green cards based on marriage, all kind of cases. So let's talk about this. And if you're watching this on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, this is where we are discussing this, all the recent updates, and again, every week. So we've got Moses here. Welcome, Georgia, Maynard. Welcome, guys, from Dallas. There we go. As always, bring your questions and we'll answer them. Thanks, guys. On TikTok as well. We also, in addition to Operation Twin Shield, there was also a big lawsuit that was filed, I believe, yesterday on behalf of 200 students that got their visas revoked in the past few months. Before they got their service revoked, then the service was reinstated, but their visas are still remaining revoked. And they filed a lawsuit saying that, it's not fair because they're essentially trapped in the US. They can't leave. What if there's a family member that is sick? So these are the kind of things that you see more and more. There's a big pushback on immigration. And, I think it's important to know what you can do if you're going through the immigration process. Thanks, Cowboy. I appreciate it. So, and, things like, simple as when you file a petition for your spouse, right? Where, obviously we have to prove that people are in a relationship, but now they're requiring really a lot more documents. We had, just an interview the other day that I had to represent somebody in Phoenix, and it was a 2-hour interview. Thanks, guys. And there was no reason for it. The couple were, it's a legitimate couple. They had a baby, but the officer questioned them for a few hours. You went through all their bank statements. Thanks, Shubak, appreciate it. They went through their bank statements. They had to verify transactions. They wanted affidavits. You know what I mean? So things that normally they would ask somebody that is being questioned about their case, now they're asking almost everybody. So which means that they're gonna, cases are gonna take longer to process because obviously if they have to question more people, it'll take them forever. Thanks, guys. It'll take them forever to process cases. So I just think that you're gonna see more and more delays in cases, and for no reason. You know what I mean? So these operations, I get why they're doing them, but I feel like they're going a little bit too extreme. And again, if you want to watch, if you want to join on video, I posted the link here on YouTube. And if you want to join on video, Thanks, Anka. If you want to join a video on TikTok, just request to join and I'll get you. Thanks, Elise. Appreciate it. And I'll get you to join on the live if you if you want to ask me questions on the live. Feel free to do that, and I'll get you to speak with me on the live. Um, let's see. Malika says, I filed for my 3 young stepchildren in 2024. Is there anything I can do to petition for them? They're saying I can inquire. Well, I think that it depends on the priority dates and which country you're processing them. But right now, there's a lot of backlogs in many embassies and consulates, including with the USCIS processing I-130s. So definitely, you'll have to think about that. To try to do an expedite, basically. Any advice if you give to apply for expedite parole? Well, you have to meet the requirements for expedite. Usually, it has to be like humanitarian or financial, or if you meet the requirements, yes. All right, let's see. We have a lot of questions here on TikTok. I had an arrest in 2023. This is a question here from Giselle, and got dismissed. Can I file for citizenship? So if your case was dismissed, if it happened in the 5 years before you apply for citizenship, they can still claim that you have bad moral character because it happened to you at that time. I'm not saying you couldn't file, but I'm going to have to review your case and determine if it's something that could qualify for that. So essentially, we have to look at your file. Can you help clients in all 50 states? Yes, I can. And once again, if you need help, you're watching this on TikTok, go to my bio. There's a phone number there. Send me a text right now. Like I said, the best times to get in touch with me would be through the lives. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I posted the number on the screen right now, so you can use that number. Thanks, Hancock. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks for the tapping. I'm going to get more people right now on the live. You use the number right now from the live. It's really important that if you want to give a priority consultation with me, you want to do it while you're on the live. Michael says, our H-1B case is being approved at the moment. Yes, absolutely. So nothing has changed with H-1Bs in the sense that, if you file an H-1B, it will still be approved. The 100,000 thing is being challenged right now, but it's only applicable for new cases, right? So if you're doing extensions, if you're doing transfers of employer, those things are still going through, and you can still file for H-1B, no issues at all. All right, let's get our first person on the live asking questions on video, and then I'll get Paris Said as well. What is your question, Sunis?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Hello, Mr. Jacob. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
My name is Sunise. I'm from Turks and Caicos Islands.
Okay.
And my question is about the high school diploma you was talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about the green card lottery,
What's that?
which I'll tell you in a second.
Yes.
So you're talking about the video that I posted about a high school diploma. So basically, I posted a video yesterday. I said that you can apply for green card if you have a high school diploma. What I'm talking about is the green card lottery. The green card lottery is going to open any day now. We're waiting for the actual date, for them to confirm the actual date. Once the date opens, it will be available for about a month, October through November, and you'll be able to apply. So Turks and Caicos, I believe, is on the list. And so you'll be able to apply for it. There's going to be a website issued by the US government. Anybody who's watching it, you can apply for the green card lottery. And then you have 1 month to do so. And during the green card lottery, if you're selected, they're asking for you to either have a high school diploma or 2 years experience in a field of work that is related, and then you qualify. That's what I meant by that. That you must have at least a high school diploma or 2 years experience.
Okay. Another question. I recently moved back home. I
Okay.
was in the United States. I recently moved back home because my mom is having surgery.
Okay.
But I had overstayed my visa. I overstayed my visa and I also went to high school in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
But recently I applied for TPS and I was approved for it.
Okay.
However, I saw that the TPS was ending, it was supposed to end on the 25th
Right.
for the country that I applied for.
Okay.
But I saw it extended to next year, February 3rd.
Yeah. But
Can I come? Will I be able to re-enter United
no,
States, or would I get a permanent ban because
no,
I
no,
overstayed?
no. Once you leave the country, you cannot come back. Now you're subject to the ban because you left. You know what I mean? TPS protects you while you're inside the United States.
Right.
Okay. So you won't be able to come back because if you come in, you're gonna be banned. Does it make sense?
Do you know how long I will be banned for it, or
Well,
honestly,
I'm gonna have to look at
I don't
your.
think
I'm
that
gonna
I
have
can
to.
continue.
We'll have to calculate your overstay. So, if you overstayed more than 6 months, you technically barred for 3 years. If you overstayed more than a year, you're barred for 10 years. So we'll have to calculate that and determine what
Oh,
is your bar.
yeah.
Okay?
I noted that. I think probably 10 years because
Yeah.
I just recently moved back.
But there
So
might be some waivers available. That's what I'm saying. You can send me a text and we can figure out the different waivers that might be available.
I can text you through my phone with my.
Yeah, use the number in my on my bio, and then let me know that you are from Turks and Caicos, and I'll remember you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So guys, remember the Gringo Lottery is gonna open this month. Obviously, we'll do a separate live about that, announcing it, giving you the requirements. So make sure you do that. Let me see. Follow up from Michael. Okay, that's fine. So you're good. You don't have to worry about it. You're not. The cases are still being approved, are still being adjudicated. Sikali says my I-130 has been 4 months since it's been received. My request for evidence should contact them, or should I patiently wait? Um, I would wait probably maybe another month, and if you don't hear anything from them, then we need to take action. I have a 97 Tito. I have a 97-year-old aunt whose green card has expired, but she's living here in the U.S. What's the best route to do? Can she file? She can do a citizenship. Tito, make sure she files before October 18th. Send me a message because the test is going to change. All right. We have a lot of questions here from people that want to apply for citizenship. You should do it before October 18th because the test will change. It will be a little bit more complicated. So just send me a text on the number on the screen, and we'll help your end. I got my 45 waived, so I didn't have an interview. My 751 is currently in process, and doesn't mean I will get an interview for 751. Yes, absolutely. So remember, guys, if you get your interview waived for your green card, for your first green card, you'll definitely have an interview either for the 751 or during your citizenship. You are not going to be able to avoid them questioning your marriage. Don, thanks, Don. Appreciate it. Do you understand? So you have to do that. Okay, let's get Paris on the line here. Paris,
Hi, how are you? I'm
Paris,
Perez.
Paris. Nice to meet you. Is your video working? If so, please activate it.
Yeah,
All right.
hi.
Oh, there she is.
Uh,
Where
yeah,
where are you from in the U.S. and then where are you from
San Diego.
originally? You're in San
I'm from
Diego?
Iraq. Yeah, I'm from
Oh
San
wow,
Diego.
nice. You're local.
Yeah,
Nice.
I
Okay.
have a question. I am asylum seeker, appealed from BIA, but my husband got approval for green card,
Okay.
uh, and he has one approval for I-140, and also he has H-1B visa.
Okay.
And I have a question. Can we change our status inside the US or not?
So you mean for yourself, the person with the asylum, right?
No, for my husband, because my husband is still inside the US with me. He didn't get the stamp for H-1B visa.
Oh, I see. You know,
Because my decision is from removal from BIA, but I appealed.
right, right.
But the thing, we didn't apply for the H-1B stamp. My husband didn't get that one. My question is that can we change our status inside the US or no?
Well, that will determine on what happened when you entered. Was there any days that you were without status before you applied
No,
for your
no,
asylum? You
no,
didn't?
no.
So potentially you could, but remember the decision to change your status depends on USCIS. So
Uh-huh.
you can argue that when you filed for your asylum, you were in legal status, so you should still be able to do it. But they're not always accepting that argument, right?
Yes, I have one more question. Like if we applied for I-212, they say,
For the waiver,
for the
yeah.
waiver, it like the appealed decision affect my husband's approval or it doesn't affect?
No, no. It's a whole. The waiver is separate from the approval,
Uh-huh.
right? So that's
Yes.
going to work separate. But whether you can adjust or not depends on many factors. We'll have to look at the paperwork, how it was filed back in
Uh-huh.
the day. We'll have to determine if there's any bars for adjustment. You know what I mean? I mean, on the surface, it's possible. I don't know if in your case it's possible without looking at the documents.
We are looking, no, it's everything is fine, but I feel that I didn't get any
No,
uh
I'm just saying for me to determine if you can adjust, I'll have to look at your paperwork. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, we have to
Yeah.
make appointment.
Ideally,
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to know for sure,
Okay,
just text me on this number. You see it on the screen?
means there is any way to change our status inside the
Correct.
US.
And we can determine that.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Of course.
Thank you, Pablo.
All right. Let's see. We have a lot more questions here on TikTok. Applied for a green card in December 2024, and my status is a refugee. Will I get it? I mean, if you don't have any problems in your case, then yeah. 7-year-old DUI conviction is a problem to apply for citizenship. Simran. Well, today it could be, right? So today many things have changed in terms of citizenship. They're looking at the whole picture, whether you're a person of good moral character. So whether it happened 7 years ago, 15 years ago, they want to see what you've done since then. Did you have any other DUI? Did you were you caught drinking again? Are you a good person in other ways? So they're looking at the holistic picture of your background. So like I said, it's definitely getting more subjective on their side. So for example, somebody that had like a DUI, like this guy, like you telling me in this case, but maybe you've been volunteering, you've done you had no issues for the last 10 years. As long as you can show that, then they will, it'll be a good thing, right? So yeah, so I think that should be fine. How long can I travel internationally with my 10-year green card? You cannot leave the country for more than a year. Otherwise, you have issues to come back. Um, let's see here. We've got, I'll take people in the order that you're waiting for the video requests, and the same thing on YouTube. Jashan, yeah. Where are you from? I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from?
I'm from India.
Okay. And where are you in the US right now?
I'm living in California.
Okay. So tell me what your question is.
Yeah, one question, sir. For the green card, my asylum is granted.
Okay.
Almost I applied last year in January. I'm still waiting. Any idea how long the process?
So you're waiting for your asylum right now, right?
Yeah, yes.
When did you file?
Last year, January 27th.
Okay. So I mean, right now they're taking. I mean, for the actual green card itself, it's taking maybe a year and a half right now processing. So
Okay.
you're kind of like within the time frame still.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I watch you every day, so.
Oh, thank you.
So that's why. Yeah.
I'll make some more videos on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I mean, it's nice to get comments like this. People are watching the videos every day, different things. Let's see what we have on Instagram here. Which Can I travel on H2A from Stephen? Yes. If you have a visa in your passport, you can. Can you help clients in Chicago? Yes. The best thing to do, if you're on Instagram, send me a DM. If you're watching this on TikTok, use the number in my bio. Send me a text right now if you want to book a time with me. Anybody who's on the live, they get a priority and special rate. We've got people from Dubai here. When is new DACA? Let's talk about DACA. I'll talk about DACA. So very soon, new DACA applications will be allowed to be submitted. First-time DACA applications, maybe as early as the end of this month. We're waiting for a court decision from the judge in Texas, and as soon as that comes in, most people that are waiting to file first-time DACA applications will start to be able to file. If you live in Texas, you will be able to just apply for deferred action, but you won't be able to apply for a work permit. But if you've missed your chance to apply for DACA and you're going to be a first-time filer, it is coming in. It's coming in probably in the next few weeks. So get ready with your stuff. How do I apply for a green card lottery with a high school diploma? You just have to apply online once the link is available, which is not available yet. Is it okay to visit my home country if my H-1B just got renewed on October 1st? Yes, absolutely. No worries at all. You can do that. Let's see here. We have a lot of questions here. Can I apply for my 751 in November? My green card expires in April 2026. You can apply 90 days before it expires, so you should do it in 90 days. You cannot do it in November. You can only do it 90 days before. We did our spouse visa. My wife is American. I'm from Ghana. And we filed in 2023. We got a message that we are documented qualified, but we've not got an interview. The reason why you haven't gotten an interview is because a lot of these embassies and consulates are backlogged, and it's important for you to follow up with that embassy to try to push the interview. I'm an EU citizen. I like to stay in Miami and work here, but these regulations are so difficult. What do you suggest if I have a bachelor, but I can't pay the $100,000? So first of all, it doesn't have to be an H-1B, all right? You can do an E2 visa, and as an investor, you're from the EU, and that requires less than 100,000, and you don't need an employer. So for somebody like you, I would do the E2. Send me a text right now. Say, I'm watching your live, and I'm the EU national, and I want to start a business here. And E2 visa will be the best way for you to do that, I think, based on what I see here. I'm separating from my husband, and I applied for 751. That's fine. You can apply by yourself using a waiver, just a waiver. I'm undocumented. My fiance is a US citizen, but I have a criminal record. What are my chances of applying for a green card? Just because she has a criminal record, it doesn't mean that you can apply. It shouldn't be a problem. Hey, Peter. Good to see you, my friend. Next time, hopefully you have some good news for me. Thanks for being here every week. Does USCIS working jobs like DoorDash after taking my interview? Well, yeah, they can find out if you do DoorDash because it's going to be on your 1099. So they're going to see it on your taxes. That's how they're going to find out. Let's see here. Keep tapping the screen here on TikTok. I want to see more of the hearts, and share the live, guys. If you're on TikTok right now, please follow my account and share the live. Let's see. We get let's get Iman. Let's get Malik. We've been waiting for too long. If you want to join the live here, Malik, where are you from and what is your question?
January 22.
Malik, I can't hear you, unfortunately. It's very hard to listen to you. Can you speak louder?
How about now?
Oh yeah, much better. Just say it again because we didn't hear you, and there's a lot of people want to hear a question. Now it's better. Yeah. What is your question?
My question is, let me explain to you. I got married December 21. My wife moved in January 22. Her and her son, and she moved back to Pennsylvania because she wasn't authorized to procure.
Okay. Ma- Malik, Malik, try to log in again because I can't hear you. There's a lot of static and it's bothering the audience. It's very static, unfortunately. So try it again, please. I'll get you back on the show if you can restart your phone or something. Because it's causing us a lot of static and I don't want to. Okay, here we go. Morgan? Yeah. Where are you from? And is your
Illinois,
is-
Central Illinois.
is your video working by any chance?
I mean, it can, but we're kind of in a spot where it shouldn't.
Oh, that's fine. No worries.
Kids around, running around. So.
Okay, no worries. What is your question?
Okay. So I have a fiance. He's here on an H-2A visa.
Okay.
He came in March, and we met after he was here.
Okay.
Mid-April. Now his visa expires December 1st, and his job was trying to do a rollover.
Okay.
But the labor board didn't approve it because it's a seasonal job.
Okay.
So we're wondering, we were thinking of getting married in the spring. Should we marry before his visa's up and then he can stay, right? And do the paperwork?
Well, if you want to help him in the sense that you guys want to be together, it's better if you guys get married before his visa expires, so then you can file. Because the thing is, once they, once he expires, then he will have no status because the H-2A is a visa that relies on it to be renewed by the employer, and if they don't get the certification, the workers have to go back.
And then, yeah, he has to go back, and then his job is coming back in March. But then he's worried then it'll look like intent to
Exactly. So.
Like okay, so we have a complication. He's from South Africa, and their courts are really backlogged. So he's been going through a divorce.
Oh, I see.
The whole time we've
That's
known
about-
each other. It's just about final, so we're worried that if it finalizes now or November and then we marry, will that look weird to USCIS?
Well, what you can do is you can get the H-2A, switch him to a tourist visa, and then marry maybe after a few months because the tourist visa is going to buy you another 6 months.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So it maybe would be weird, like the timeline.
No, it's fine. You switches from the H-2A to a tourist, and then you have enough time to do your thing, and then get married while he's on extension, and then we can file it.
Okay. So would you recommend waiting or just? I mean, we don't mind if we got married if the stuff at South Africa is done.
Yeah. Once the stuff in South Africa is done, but if it's going to expire before it's done, then we're switching to a tourist visa extension.
Okay.
All right.
And otherwise, if it turned out right, that wouldn't be like a red flag.
No.
Divorce final and then
I-
got married.
I don't think so. No, I think it should.
Okay, cool.
And if you
Thank
guys need help, just send me a text. I'll be more than happy to help you.
Sure. You can help in Illinois.
Oh yeah, anywhere in all 50 states.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Guys, we can help with the. I travel to do green card interviews all over the country. I just came back from New York a few weeks ago. I was in Phoenix. I was in Chicago. Chicago's a crazy hot spot right now. Thanks, Shubak. I represent clients in the Midwest. It doesn't matter. We can do it by phone, travel. So just send us a text and take advantage of the live because you can see me. Right. Peter, once again, my friend, thank you so much. Does USCIS see if I'm working like DoorDash? I answer that. How safe is it for citizens to naturalize right now? How safe is it to become a U.S. citizen? How safe are naturalized citizens right now? That's the question. So they're safe. I mean, they might stop you at the airport, but they're not going to take away your citizenship. Don't worry about that. But I do hear reports of people who are naturalized, they're traveling, and they're being harassed by CBP officers. But I've never heard of anyone that wasn't allowed to enter, or they took away their citizenship. That's not going to happen. But they're safe. They're safe unless they committed a crime, obviously, which can I travel after they come back? Has not contacted me since they received RFE 4 months ago. Should I travel? Well, if you have a travel document, if you're eligible to travel, then you can travel. Can you talk about divorce after applying for 751? That's a good question. So divorce after applying for 751. So when you apply to remove your conditions, right? They want you to file what is called a waiver, a good faith marriage waiver. So which means that we put all the documents to show that you were actually together, when you were together. And as long as you can document that you were together, then you don't need to file with your spouse. The worst you can do is that you try to pretend that you're together and you file together, but you're not, and then they will catch you. That's the cases I see right now that they're going after. Let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to get as many of you as possible. Let me see here.
Hello?
Yeah, Iman?
Yes, sir. You hear me?
Yeah. What is
So,
it? What is,
my question going to be big, sir. Like, I have an illegal entry, but
okay.
I apply for my asylum after 2 years.
Okay.
At the meantime, I get married to US citizen.
Okay.
I have the approved. Then my asylum final, final hearing that close with administrative, hold. They close my case. When Trump coming to president, after they reopen my case, but meantime I get advance parole also. But I applied for my green card twice, they denied. Now, I have a question: is that possible to travel with this advance parole?
I wouldn't travel if I were you. Not under this administration. Because remember, you came without inspection. Those people are being targeted right now. Just so you know, guys. Anybody who's without inspection, if you, for example, get into an NTA, you won't even be eligible for a bond. So I don't think you should be traveling right now. I mean, I think you should do the 601 waiver based on your wife's case. And
I did 601,
okay.
601 waiver.
Okay.
300 days.
Okay.
Now
Is the waiver approved or it's still pending?
it's still pending.
Okay, so let's see what happens, right? Once the waiver is approved, then you can plan on how to finish the case.
And meantime, they give me they reopen my
Okay.
now. So now they give me a 4 day.
Okay.
The last time they gave gave me a date for December 2nd. Now they reschedule again. Now they give me next year's.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it matters, to be honest. I mean, your attorney should work out with the court and figure out, because if you're gonna go for the marriage case, you want to make sure that you somehow close this case at some point, right?
So what's your suggestion? Should I close this asylum?
Well, again, remember, and everybody who's watching this, I haven't seen your documents. I can't give you yes or no advice. I have to look at your paperwork, right? So because there's a lot of nuances there, right? I'm just saying in general terms, if you have a marriage petition, we have to figure out what to do with the asylum, because you can't have both. You know what I mean? So you have to figure out which case is the one you want to pursue and transition from the old case. How to do it? It depends on your particular situation.
So another thing, my friend told me to travel, right? He said it's the best thing to go to Canada and get inspected, and we're gonna figure out something. And I'm asking him
I wouldn't do. I mean, again, I don't. I mean, if he told you to do it, I mean, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, I personally don't think people should travel right now, especially with somebody with your background. At least for now, you know what I mean. Maybe it will change in a few months, but for now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go anywhere.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Of course. And if you need a second opinion, send me a text.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Does RFE, does it have to be, can I travel to my home country with special juvenile guardianship green card? You should be able to. My son petitioned on April 25th, and I haven't got any new update besides an RFE. I mean, that's normal. Thanks, Shubak. I appreciate it. Let me see here. I have a I-71 petition remove conditions. Will we have an interview? Most people that have a 751 petition will have an interview right now. Most people. They even interview people on work green cards. Will there be an impact on the immigrant visa for people going through their consular processing? There will be an impact in the sense that it's going to be more delayed, especially because of the shutdown and all the different vetting that they're doing. So anybody who's going through the consular processing, thanks, Shubak, appreciate it. Always good to see you here. I'm in Australia. Will there be an impact on the immigrant visa for people going through their consular processing? There's no backlog in Australia. I don't think Australia is going to be impacted by that, as far as I know. How likely an F1 overstay will receive an NTA after overstaying for 8 months? No criminal record. It's pretty likely. Right now, people are getting NTAs for no reason, but even 8 months overstay. It depends if your name appears in their system, because they have a system that they share with the service, and if that happens, then yes, you probably will be they'll send you an NTA. And right now, when you receive an NTA, notice to appear, if you have VAWA or U visa, or your case has been kind of like reopened, then you need to immediately hire an attorney so we can go through the process of getting you through the court system, right? Which is a whole different system. My children's petition was approved in 2013. A petition when I had my green card. Now I'm a citizen. Can we update their case? You should. You should contact the National Visa Center if it's going through the National Visa Center and let them know, including USCIS. Peter, yeah, amazing. Well, when you get the oath ceremony, we'll get you back on the show, and you will share with us on video kind of what happened in your oath. Our continuous physical presence requirement for 30 months or 5 years. Explain. So basically, when you apply for citizenship, there's a physical requirement. So you have to have at least half of the 5 years, if you're based on 5 years, in the United States. So it's basically 5 years is what they want. But if you have at least half of that time inside the United States, then you should be okay to apply for citizenship. And it doesn't have to be all at the same time, but you have to show that you have at least half of the time physically present in the United States, and that should be good enough for you to apply. I attended my interview green card, and they gave me a letter of continuance after the interview, and now it says active review. So as you know, right now they do a lot of vetting during those green card interviews, and sometimes when you finish the interview, they don't give you a final decision. It's because they are checking. They could be checking just by going through your file, or they can order a home visit. It can be anything, right? So a lot of the citizenship cases that they say, go home, we'll let you know, it means that they are actually, they're investigating, potentially could come to your house. This happens. Now, guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, make sure you follow my account, so you don't miss my daily videos, and also tap the screen for the hearts and share the video, because you can share it. And anybody watching this on YouTube, make sure, obviously, you're a subscriber. Facebook and Instagram, make sure you follow my accounts, because otherwise you're not going to see the videos, because we post pretty much every day. Every day we have stories as well. Let's see here. What do you suggest, fiance visa or get married abroad? This is from Nurse Jansen. I personally don't like the fiance visa so much, because they are not that fast, to be honest. So if you can get married, just get married and file for the full green card. But some people, they just don't have no option, and they need to do a fiance visa. So that's my suggestion for you. I was laid off due to company panic of 100,000. That happens a lot. and I'm on H-1B with no I-140, employer unable to sponsor, and also DOL is shut down. Any advice to apply for a green card? I think you should probably try the self-petition, Abdul. Send me a DM. You could do an EB2 NIW or EB1. A lot of companies are panicking. They don't want to continue the H-1Bs, and a lot of people are wondering what they should do. O1 visa is an option. You can do a self-petition, EB2 NIW or EB1. We should definitely explore that. So just send me a DM because you're watching this on Instagram. That's what I would do if I were you. Let's see here. Diana, can I get the phone number? Yes, I'll put the phone number on the screen. You can also see it here on the banner, but it's also at the bottom here. And if you're watching me on TikTok, the number is in my bio. Literally take the number in my bio and send me a text. There used to be a form here, but I don't see the TikTok form. But the easiest, just literally just click on my bio, screenshot the number, and send me a text right now from the live. Just text the word live, and then you'll get priority consultations with me. You don't have to wait for many weeks. You're literally going to be able to get the consultation and sooner, and a special rate as well. So take advantage of this opportunity right now. Okay, let's see here. We have a lot of people come back every week. DACA Texas recipient here. Should I move? Yes, absolutely. Remember, guys, in a few weeks, the DACA decision is going to come out, and first-time applicants will be able to file. But if you live in Texas, you're not going to be able to get your work permit anymore. So you should move out of Texas as soon as possible. I went 12 months ago. My wife abroad presently and not on permanent job. Can this affect my 130? It could have impacted towards the end when they ask for more information, taxes and stuff like that. Yeah. Laura, nice to see you again. You're here, one of the regulars every Monday. I appreciate you very much. My oath sermon was supposed to be on October 4th, but it was canceled. Do you know how long it would take until? Oh my God, it was canceled. I'm sorry. Tell me. You know what? I have a few people that had their oath ceremony canceled because of the government shutdown. And I'm curious to know, did they send you like a notice, or it was an email? Because some people said they got an email from USCIS. Some people got a notice. If you want to come on a video, Laura, and share what happened, it will be great to hear your story on video, just to, because I think a lot of people can benefit this. So if you don't mind to join us on video, since you come every week, then just put the, I'll put the thing here. Let me see here. Yeah, just use this link to join on video. Yeah. If you want. Okay, here. I want to apply for citizenship, but I didn't know I needed to sign up for selective service. Now I'm 28. So that's a good question. I want to apply for citizenship, but I didn't know that I need to sign up for selective service. If that's you, it's fine. You can you can apply for like a document, download it from the selective service, just register, and we provide a statement saying that you didn't know. It's fine, but it's very important. Yeah, things are getting very crazy and becoming unreasonable. Gad, what about L1 visa? What about it? I don't see a full question, but ask your full question. L1 visa from Ecuador is taking, oh yeah, I see what you mean. Taking longer. Yeah, it's taking longer because embassies are taking longer to process cases right now. So what you have to do is you have to email the embassy on a regular basis, so they'll be able to push you for the case. Yeah, you just have to follow up with the embassy in Ecuador. And if you need help with that, guy, just send me a text. The number is right here. We can definitely help you with that. What business industries have you seen immigrants enter and had major success? So we see a lot in healthcare. That's a good question. What industries have you seen the immigrants come and have a lot of success? Healthcare, AI, construction, design. Those industries are in high demand, and I get O1 visas for these people. I get self-petition, green cards, NIW. We get, a lot of movement moving forward in these kind of petitions. So it is definitely helpful to be in a much needed industry like I just mentioned to you right now. Let's see. Let's take. I'm trying to take you in the order that I see. It's a little bit confusing here on TikTok. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Sunita, where are you from and what is your question?
Hi, Jacob. I'm so excited you picked me. The question is mainly for my dad. He's from El Salvador. He
Okay.
came into the United States, 1987.
Okay.
He applied for asylum and he had TPS.
Okay.
Then he left for about 10 years, like in
Okay.
the 1998-ish, he left. And he was not detected leaving or coming back in.
Okay.
And so he still had a pending asylum when we came back in 2006.
Okay.
He came back and the asylum was still pending.
Okay.
He applied for an EAD and he got it in Social Security.
Okay.
And about 2022, we got a email notice from USCIS that they were doing an interview for his asylum.
Okay.
Freaked out because, oh my God, my dad's gonna get deported. And then the immigration officer that was reviewing our case at the Houston immigration office called us and she was like, hey, your dad doesn't qualify for asylum. She's like, but he qualifies for NACARA. Please follow his NACARA.
Okay.
We filed a NACARA with the bad attorney.
Okay.
And messed up the case. And the immigration officer was super, super friendly. She let us go back the following week to correct all of the mistakes the attorney had done.
Okay.
So we're just waiting. So we've been waiting since about going on 4 years, just waiting. Today, my dad was actually stopped at the border, like at the border checkpoint. And the only reason they let him go, they told him, is because they saw that his NACARA was pending.
Okay.
And that he had kept going to the USCIS office to ask for an update. I don't know if you know anything about NACARA cases because you're so old. And
Yeah.
I can't get an attorney that knows it. The one that I did, they say they did. The reason why the USCIS was so nice to us is because we went through 4 attorneys within this law firm and they would send you 28 every time, and they kind of saw that like our case was falling through the cracks. So it's like they said that they saw that we were getting better representation, to like that's the only reason that I just fixed those mistakes.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to mention, so you can give me your input, I looked through my dad's FOIA. That's where I found out he had that TPS and like his asylum. It looks like he has an asylum. He had an asylum interview in the 1990s. I think like 2 months after he submitted his asylum, and on there it's like it's all old. So like I guess after it tells him who interviewed him, and then it's a check mark if it's approved or denied. And there's a check or there's an X where it says approved.
Okay.
But it's from like 1992, I believe, something like that.
Is this a document you obtained through a FOIA?
Yes, through a FOIA.
Got it. Did anybody review this FOIA already?
Yes, I went to the USCIS office lady. I talked to like the manager that's at the front, and she was like, "Yeah, I see the check mark." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you. I'm not freaking out." And she said she was talking to her manager, but this was like in February, and they told us to keep emailing, or they told us to like come back in a week. No, this was not in February. This was like I think in I'm sorry, that was not February. It was in I think April, and then all the crazy stuff happening with ICE. So we were afraid to go back. So we just keep emailing them, but they're not responding. But
Yeah.
like all the people there, they're like, yeah, that's a check mark. That's a check mark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like there's because the NACARA cases are so old. It's really about the evidence that you submit with them. You probably remember when you submitted that case, they asked you for a lot of documents for the different years that your dad lived in the US, right?
Yes.
And so the problem with those NACARA is that a lot of people, they submitted documents that were either not correct or sometimes even not real. And so a lot of these cases are subject to a lot of scrutiny because many people try to sneak in, right, under the NACARA rules. So I think from the sound of it, it sounds like, it's being reviewed probably by USCIS or somebody over there. And it's really important for somebody that knows what they're doing to review the FOIA, to see what other information there is there, to be able to help when they do the inquiries with immigration to figure out what they're going to do with the NACARA filing, right?
Yeah.
Because right now it's essential because you guys are getting older, the kids, and
Yeah,
I-
my sister qualified when we filed.
Exactly.
She qualified, but I was already phased out. But I don't care about me. Like,
no, I understand. I'm just saying that it's important to, with these old cases, kind of like we have the NACARA, we also had the old agriculture cases that people find in the late 80s. We have Section 245I. All these cases are similar in the sense that it's a lot of documents that needs to be submitted, a lot of documents that they have to verify if they're actually eligible or not. So if you want, you can send me a text to my team, and we can at least start by reviewing the FOIA and kind of figure out where you guys stand and see if there's a way to, because if things were already filed, maybe we can look at the file and say, okay, maybe this is missing, or at least do a follow-up with immigration.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Just send me a text and remind me that when you text that you are the NACARA family.
Yes. I
Okay.
will. Thank you so much for
Of
your
course.
time. I'll
Anytime.
send you the message.
Of course. What is happening with DACA? Once again, as I mentioned, if you guys are interested in DACA, thanks, Chai, I appreciate it. There's going to be a big thing, a big decision come out in a few weeks, and that essentially will allow many new DACA applicants that were first-time DACA applicants to file for DACA. We are waiting for this. And also, if you live in Texas, you won't be able to do it, but you'll be able to just apply for the deferred action. Thanks, Chai. Appreciate it. Let me get you. Thanks for the gifts. And you earned your right to be on video. Hey, can I hear?
Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Adil, and I have a
Adil.
question.
Okay, come in.
My wife applied for E2, right?
Okay.
And they applied for I-539. They sent me the RFE.
Okay.
petition evidence.
Okay.
I submitted in September 18. But did the premium processing, and we both applied together.
Okay.
And they sent me RFE and submitted on September 18th.
Okay.
So what do you think? How long is going to take to get approval for E2F?
So, did you answer the RFE already?
Yes, I have already submitted on September 18th.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I think on average 4 months should be the response time for the RFE like this. It could be take longer right now, with the shutdown and all the issue they can blame it on. But I think 4 months would be a good estimate for that.
For 4 months,
Correct. Business days.
the 4 months business day.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for your.
Of course. All right. Let's see here. Spouse of U.S. citizen, I-130 and 45 pending since October. How long does it take? Right now it's about 8 months. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's see here. W-2 is 12,000 and other income is 24, total 36. They didn't have to sponsor a spouse. On the surface, it sounds like it is, but the question is, what is the other income, which we have to look at. The I-64 is one of the main reasons why people get requests for evidence and denials, because they don't calculate properly their income, right? So just because your W-2 is 12,000 and other income is 24,000, I don't know, because I have to look at what is this other income? How did you report it on your taxes? Maybe I can use some of it, which will reduce your income. Does it make sense? So that's just kind of like how I see it. All right, we have a YouTube person here, Laura. Hey, Laura.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Can you activate your video as well, since you're on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
if you can?
Okay, 1 second.
All right, there you go.
Hello.
Hi, and where are you located, Laura?
I went to the Washington field office for my
Okay.
interview.
So tell us what happened, because there's quite a few people that are going through the same thing. Laura, she was gonna go and for her oath ceremony, right?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I went for the interview, and the same day they gave me the notice.
Same day,
with
yeah,
the-
yeah. And then what
with the
happened?
date. And then the day, like 2 days before, they sent me an email, and the field office, Washington field office, and they called me on the phone and told me that my interview was gonna be canceled due to the government shutdown.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that's all right. It's your daughter?
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay. So anybody that's been canceled, you're looking at probably 30 days cycle.
Okay.
So probably you're going to get a notice in a couple of weeks for November, early November for your oath.
Okay. Because they sent me an email today saying that it will be rescheduled soon, but that was
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I think for you're looking at November, early November for yourself.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay? Good luck.
Have a
Come
good
back and
night.
let us know once you get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night. So many people that get rescheduled for their interview. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, the heart. Thanks, Josh. You will get notice, and usually within 30 days. Like I have a client that he got it within 14 days, like 2 weeks, and I was going to have his ceremony in a couple of days. So, it's possible. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. I'm taking you guys in the order that I see you. So I do my best to do that. Bargan. Hello?
Can you hear me, sir?
I can, yeah. What is your name and where are you from? Where are you doing the live from?
I am from Algeria. I'm 51 years old. I am
Okay.
an NLP master practitioner
Okay.
and practitioner coach. I do therapy as well. And I was wondering what would be the best strategy for a citizenship. A couple of friends told me about getting married. What would be the fastest thing considering my age?
Where are you now? Are you in the US?
No, I'm not. I'm not in the US. I am in Algeria.
So for you, what I would do for you is maybe try the EB1A. EB1A is a visa. It's a self-petition for people that have special skills like you. And we can do that for you you don't need to get married. It's basically based on your skills and your work. I'm sure that you've done some interesting things in your career that you can show me. You can highlight your achievements, and I package all this and we can apply for self-petition for you. I think it's better for you because getting married is not that simple, right? You have to find somebody, and this is you already have the skills. You've done it. You're the master. You're an LP master. You probably have clients. I think we should go for the EB1. Try that for you, or O1 visa as a special skill person.
Well, that's great. Let me just take notes now, please. You said AB1.
I said EB1, like E as in Edward, EB1, or the O1, like an O, like office, office, right? And so what we can do is, if you send me, if you use the number in my bio, send me a text and mention that you were on the live, and then we can discuss to see if you qualify. We can review your qualifications and then help you with that. But that'll be like for this, I can start tomorrow to help you with that because you already have the skills.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Sure.
That's great news.
Yeah, just send me a text and remind me that you are the Reiki master, and I'll remember you.
Great.
Okay.
I will do that.
All right. Thanks, Barzan. Good luck.
Okay. Very much, sir.
Thanks, my friend. So a lot of people don't even realize that they can qualify for these self-petitions. If you have special skills, education, you're building a business, you can apply for the green card on your own. Of course, if you have money, you can apply also for investor visa. But that's what I was telling him. It's more a self-petition EB1 based on your skills and things that you can contribute to the US economy. And many, many people are applying for this right now. Thanks, Kingsley. I appreciate the kind words. Is it safe to travel on H-1B stamping post status change from F1? It is safe, but nobody guarantees your return. So I would wait for now. Don't travel. I applied for my son to join me in 2022, and whatever it says, we're working on it. How long will it take to be approved? It depends on his age, when you applied, which country you're from. That will determine the speed. All right. Anyway, this is our time to finish our YouTube live. It's exactly we usually limit it for an hour. We'll stay a little bit longer on TikTok, but on YouTube we are about to end our live. So once again, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Facebook and Instagram. And anybody who's here, your last chance to book a consultation with me in the next week or so. The number is on the screen right now. use it. Send me a text right now when you're on the live. Literally do it right now and tell me that you're on the live, and you'll get a priority with a consultation. You can do the same on TikTok as well. But the number is in the bio. But for you guys on YouTube, do it right now. Book those consultations. They go fast, and my time is limited, so I want to make sure I can get to see as many as possible. And we'll be back here next week on Monday on our live show on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Obviously, we have videos coming up every twice a week on these platforms, and always, reach out to me as needed. I-140s are taking about 2 years right now for most people, by the way, just so you know. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next week.